it's Art by C, and today I'm going to be making a video all things art drops. The first part of the video is going to be what are art drops and how did they start. So I'm going to try to put the times here so that if you just want to learn about art drops. The second part is going to be how should you go about making art drops. And then the third part is going to be how I make art drops and how my approach to going about them is. So basically, art drop is self-explanatory. It's art that you drop. It's intended for another person to find and essentially be able to keep a piece of your art. So, National Art Drop Day was created by an illustrator named Jake Parker. He intended this day to be the first Tuesday of every September. Basically what an artist would do, any type of artist, a cartoonist, an illustrator, a designer, make a piece of art and drop it on a specific day and maybe give some clues to where their piece can be found. So unfortunately we just passed the National Art Drop Day. It was September 4th, but I don't follow the exact rules and I do it any day that I please. So if you're thinking about doing an art drop, here's some questions to ask yourself. 1. What are you willing to give up? This is a possession that you're not going to be able to get back. It's something that you're willing to give to another individual to keep essentially forever. So this could be something like a sticker, which I most commonly use, a small print, a magnet, or a pin, anything of that sort. Some people will actually even drop original art, which I personally don't think I would ever do just because I invest so much time into my original art. The second thing you need to consider is how are you going to present your art drop. There's many different styles of how you're going to do this art drop, and I'll try to insert some footage of different types of art drops that I've done in the past. Hey, so I wanted to find better footage of this video, but unfortunately I couldn't, so I'm just playing off my Facebook from a few years ago. This is the start to my art drops, basically cut up sandwich baggies stapled with little notes and such, so yeah. I still thought they were cute, but yeah. Maybe you want it to be very clear that this is an art drop and you're going to be able to keep this art. Maybe you want it to be a little mysterious. Maybe you want it to show the art right away. Maybe you want it to be a mystery what you're going to get. So just think about how you're going to present your art drop and whether you're going to show your art or how you're going to basically welcome this random person to your art drop. The third thing you're going to want to consider is what else am I going to put in this art drop, this package, this envelope, however you want to phrase it. I'll get more into this into the third part of the video, but I like to include my business card and a small little sheet that basically explains what this is, how you can contact me and let me know that you received my art drop. The fourth thing you're going to want to consider is where am I going to drop this? Like I said, I drop any day of the year, not this specific day. You're also going to want to think about where you can drop that's going to be basically your target audience. For example, I would not drop an art drop in like a hardware store or like a gym. I tend to drop my art drops in maybe commercial art stores like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, other cutesy girl shops that I know are going to basically be my target audience. And when I say target audience, I basically mean the people that you think are most going to like your art. For example, I think maybe younger people, usually girls, will tend to like art. Just this is kind of stereotyped, but kind of think about what your target audience is. Another great place to consider where you're going to drop it is maybe if there's an art festival or like a craft vendor, some sorts of that. I know my local area's art scene is coming up, so I've just made a bunch of art drops to drop all around, and I'm deciding whether or not I want to do an Easter egg type format. So yeah, definitely consider any kind of art event you go to. I would refrain from dropping at mom and pop shops just because you don't want to take away from that local business already. Basically, if you were holding a gallery of some sort and someone else decided to put their art drop there, that wouldn't really make you feel that well, so just do it in a place that you know that maybe the owner or something really won't mind, or you can even ask the owner if you're kind of curious if they're gonna reject it or not. I've even had employees of these places contact me. For example, I put drops in Bath & Body Works, and I actually had one of the sales associates contact me saying she found the stickers and she loved them, so yeah, that's kind of exciting as well. The fifth and final thing that I think you should think about is, are you just going to randomly place this art drop somewhere and have a mystery person find it, or are you going to do like an Easter egg hunt type dealio where maybe on like your Instagram or another form of social media you give hints or clues or maybe a picture? Either way is just as fun. I tend to do just the random dropping just because I think art drops work as a promotional device to some degree. You can find people that maybe have never seen your artwork before, so maybe just something to consider. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be showing the process of how I make my individual art drop, but first let me explain it real quick. So the materials that I put in my art drop come from this this little filing thing here, and there's a filing tab saying clearance, and basically these are stickers or prints that didn't come out exactly how I wanted them, but I still think they're quality enough to drop. You're not going to want to drop something that's completely just crap, because if this person intends to buying art from you or stickers from your Etsy shop or whatever in the future, you want them to know that you do make quality products. For example, something I've put in an art drop before is a sticker, which the sticker is perfectly fine, but the back of it is kind of messed up, and this is the part that you would peel off. I just accidentally printed on the wrong side, but it's not going to affect the final product. So I also cut up sticker sheets that I've made that I've messed up. This one's kind of okay, but as you can see, maybe the cutting is a bit off, so it's not exactly centered around the sticker. This one is, I think it was okay, but maybe just the sticker got messed up or two, but I'll just cut out from that sticker sheet maybe a few stickers. In my art drop, I like to place anywhere from 3 to 6 or 7 stickers. I also like to put a variety, so I'll put some succulent stickers, I'll put some Halloween stickers, it's around Halloween, or I'll put some of my like nature, human anatomy stickers. So with those stickers, I also include my business card, which just looks like this, and it also has some of my contact information, my Etsy, my email, my website, and yeah. I also make this small sheet specifically for my art drops, and all it's saying is, congratulations, you found an art drop. These are stickers that you get to keep. All I'm asking is for you to contact one of my social medias and let me know that you found them. So I include my Instagram, my YouTube, my Facebook, my website, and then I said, if last resort, just contact my email, my Gmail. So just maybe include something to let the person know how to find you. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into the actual making of my art drops, and I will just insert some clips and probably do a voiceover, so enjoy! So right now the packaging I'm using looks like this, and I will get to that in just a second, but before this I stated that I used sandwich baggies and stapled them together. But even after that, I got this paper, because I love the look of like this kind of paper. It's premium cardstock coordinations? I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, it's like that kind of cardboard looking type paper, and I just love how that looks. So I looked up a tutorial on how to fold envelopes, and this is really rough. But basically all you do is fold these two together to make a point, and the reason it looks weird is just because I wanted it centered. Then you fold the sides in like that. So fold these corners, fold these sides, and then you fold this up like this, and you can put whatever you want in here and maybe like glue these sides, and then you just put this flap over and maybe secure it with a little sticker or something. So that's definitely an option if you don't want to go out and buy the cute envelopes that I have now. The envelopes that I use now I actually got from Hobby Lobby, and they're just envelopes. They're 3.5 by 3.5, and they came with 20. And obviously if you ever go to Hobby Lobby, always use the coupon because they always have that coupon. So I'm just going to be showing how I do this particular art drop with these envelopes, but it'll apply to any type of envelope that you use. Real quick, another option I wanted to add in were just small baggies like these. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, kind of in the jewelry section, and you can get like 100 of them for like $2. So if you wanted your art to be, if you want to be able to see your art right away, these would be a good option. Even at Dollar General, they have these kind of bags, which are snack bags, and they look like this. So if you're really on a budget, you could even use something like this. Okay, so firstly I have a whole file dedicated to art drops. So as you can see right here, and I'll pull them up to show you. So firstly, this is the design that's on the, not 12 by 12, the 3.25 by 3.25, but it's a square either way, so it doesn't matter. So maybe measure your file if you want, your envelope if you want to print on it. I know mine's a square, so it doesn't matter either way, but you'll want to get the proportions right. And I just put this this font, and let me see if I can really quickly find what the font's called. Okay, so the font's called Lemon Tuesday, and before you do any font like this, make sure it's free for commercial use. You don't want to steal someone's font and then have them get mad at you. I mean, I know the chances of it are very unlikely, but just make sure it's free for commercial use. As you can see, I did like a slight like groove to this, and then I made the art into just like a smart layer or something so I could move it. So anyways, once you have this, you'll want to select the whole thing and go to copy merge. This will copy all the layers. And then you'll go to something like this and you'll paste it, and then you can size it down to the actual size it is. And I also like to put a stroke on it, so just apply a stroke so that you know where to cut it. And I always do like a very light gray and like a small stroke or something. Okay, anyways, once you have that, you know, just make a few of them, and then I will show you how to print that on the printer. Okay, so once you have as many as you want, you're just gonna go to print, and then I have an Epson 1435 or 1430. I like it a lot. You're gonna want to make sure the settings are on fine so that you know, it prints nicely, and then obviously you'll just print it. Okay, so in order to print on the envelopes, you're basically gonna have to trick your printer into thinking that it's a normal piece of printer paper. So first you'll have to start out with a normal piece of printer paper. Then you're gonna take one of your envelopes, and for this example, I'm only gonna print on one, but if you were doing multiple, obviously you would just stack them accordingly. Understand how your printer prints. So mine prints upside down, so this is the front, so I want to have it upside down like that. And then I am just going to get a little circle of tape. Oh, I didn't do a good job. Woo. Line it up exactly with the corners. And then tape down this edge, or else the printer will not think that it's a piece of printer paper. And you also might want to tape down the middle. Make sure the tape doesn't get in the way of the design though, obviously. And then tape down this corner maybe. So obviously if you're doing multiple of them, you could save tape and tape them down together in the middles. So yeah, now I'm going to print this. Okay, so like I said, my printer prints upside down, so I will be putting it in like this. Now I'm gonna go press print. Okay, and now it'll start printing. And also I wanted to note that there's obviously other ways you could do this. You could just hand decorate it, but if you're doing something like in a large quantity, like I am for, like I said, my local art festival, you may want them just to be pretty easy to put together, so printing on them is a nice way to make them all uniform and still look nice. And there you go. It is printed on here nicely, and you just remove the tape, and there you go. Okay, for this one I just put like my logo and then the words that I wanted, saying just to check out my art, and here's my social media, blah blah. So basically you're gonna do the same thing. Select the whole thing, copy merged, and then paste onto here, and then you're going to make a whole sheet like this. Put in some nice paper and print it. And again, you're going to want the settings on fine so that it prints nicely. And then you'll print that and cut that out. So like I said, I do like to make my art drop pretty unique. So first I'll take a Uniposca, which is white, just a white acrylic paint pen, and I write free art. And then I just put some cute little polka dots just to kind of customize it. You can also go more full out and do little doodles or glitter. Like I said, I'm doing these kind of quickly just for the festival that's coming up, so I'm not getting super creative, but I still want them to be cute and personal and custom. Okay, while that's drying, just set that to the side and pick some stickers that you want. I'm gonna pick this one. Like I said, it's printed a little weird, so I'll put that in there. And then I'm just gonna cut a few from each so that there's a nice variety. So maybe I'll pick, I love this one, this mushroom and this snail. Maybe clean it up just a little bit. And then from here, maybe I will put this bottle and a brain. And I think this batch of stickers was just a little off. Yeah, see that bone, for example, is kind of too off for me to put it in there. If it's cutting on the actual design, I usually won't put it in there. And then maybe I'll put the witch's finger because that one's cut pretty well. Like I said, maybe just clean it up a little bit. So yeah, I think they have a pretty decent amount. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stickers total. Okay, so how you package them probably doesn't play a super huge importance, but to me, it somewhat does. So first, I will put my business card in the back. I will put all these stickers from largest to smallest usually in. I think this one has to go vertical. Like that. And then what I want them to see first is this little note explaining it. So I'll try to make that stick up the most so that people will usually pick that out first. Then you lick the envelope and then close it. I like to seal it with washi tape, and even though washi tape isn't very strong, I still think it gives a nice touch. So here's my washi tapes. And if you know me at all, you'll know I love mushrooms, so this is the washi tape I'm gonna go with. And then press it on there. Try to get it nice and centered somewhat. There's that. And you could stop there, but I like to add a few more touches, so I'm gonna write the word enjoy in a somewhat nice handwriting. And this is a Pentel pocket brush. I love this thing. So the trick with calligraphy is to press hard when you're going down. So if you guys want to try. And it's a little off center, but that's okay, it still looks cute. And the last and final little touch I like to do is add this stamp I cut. This is a linoleum cut. If you want a video explaining that, please let me know and I will do that. So here's my ink pad. And obviously just press your stamp into there, trying to get all of the sides. And then I actually like to lay the art drop on the stamp. So I'll try to get it centered. Sometimes this turns out really good and sometimes it doesn't, so it just depends. And that turned out decently, so there. So yeah, there's my art drop. Please like, share, subscribe, comment if you are gonna try to attempt this. Let me know, like, send me pictures if you do it. Yeah, also let me know what you guys want to see for future videos. I have a lot of ideas and I'll probably do them anyways, but if there's something specific you guys are wanting, please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.